Hey guys, welcome to Donington Park GP for this week's BMW 12.0 Challenge track guide. We are in for a treat here. Great course, love it. It's on home turf for me, so familiar with this track. Very challenging though, probably one of the most challenging tracks we've had so far this season. We've really got to throw the weight around in the car. We're down to second gear a couple of times, so we're really pushing this week. But hopefully, I'm going to give you everything you need to get into the 36s, which is going to help you be competitive here this week. As always, let us know how you get on. Really keen to hear how you're doing. One little thing, if you want to get the track guides early, have a look at our memberships. Click the join button next to subscribe in the channel below, or the links in the description as well. You can get your track guides early. We've got emotes and emojis and things like that, and we've got access to a private Discord for help and advice and chatting. And don't forget to check me out on my live stream. I'll be back to that soon. I've just had a baby, so I'm just getting back into streaming. Come along and have a chat. Be good to see you there. Alright folks, best of luck this week, and if I don't see you before, hopefully I will see you on the track. Cheers folks. Alright guys, here we go with our 136.93 here at Donington Park GP. That rhymes, that was good. We're positioning ourselves over to the left and we're looking at this blue area of paint. We want the car almost halfway across there. We're going to initiate braking just at the end when we hit the line. Quite heavy threshold, and then we hit the next line there. Take that back. When we're keeping ourselves to the outside, and we've got to watch this grass here. When we hit the next line, that's really signals our kind of want to start turning in, and then we're going to start looking towards the apex. We want to apex where the grass is kind of got a bit muddied up. There's a little access road there too. We don't want to take too much curb here because it's actually going to really heavily unbalance the car. There's a big lip on the inside of the curb. We don't really want to be over that. And we're going to exit as far as we can over. We're back to full throttle. We were quite easy up through the accelerator there. We're positioning the car close to the right. There's a nice bit of curb here that we want to lean into. When your tyres are cold, it's really treacherous down this hill. So you're going to want to take it easy. And we're keeping far right. And then as we turn into this left, we need to let off the gas around about here. and then do our initial turning and then start leaning back into the accelerator, catch this curbing on the left, and then gonna go past this arrow, and then we're gonna start our braking. We're braking out towards the outside of the track, and then we're really just brushing the brakes as we come in, and we're back on the gas now. So we're back on the gas well in advance of this. Once we know that we're pointed well into the corner, we're going to catch this apex. We want to be on the gas super early. We've got quite a long period of full throttle now, so we need to make the most of it and be on the gas, be really proactive on the accelerator. We're going to come round to the left. You can catch a bit of dirt here and that's fine. On cold tyres it is going to spin the car. Now we do want to keep full throttle around this corner, and it's quite taxing. We need to turn in before the end of the curbing, catch the inside of the curb here, and then as we hit the arrow, we're starting our braking. We're braking in a straight line, but then once we've done our initial braking, we want to start turning in. We come off the brake and just keep brushing the brake so that we can catch this curb. Now this curb's quite taxing. The apex is actually, it's a longer corner than it looks. So this initial bit of curb right in front of us right now isn't our kind of successful turn. The successful turn comes here, and we're hitting the second part of the apex. So it's quite a tricky corner. It's really easy to run out of track here. Again, we're quite gentle on the accelerator coming through, quite cautious. Now, it's really hard to catch our braking and turning point here, but it's effectively halfway up the hill after the arrow. And then we are braking for a period. We are then coming down off the brakes, and we need to catch this apex. Very easy to pick up a 1x here. It's going to take a bit of practice. But if you miss the curb here, you're very probably going to run out of track and miss the turning for the next corner. So we're back on the gas as soon as we hit the apex, but we're only up to about 80%, and we're holding it at 80% for a little while we try and get the car turned round to hit the straight. You can carry a surprising amount of speed around there, but you do have to be bang on with your turn in. Right, we're approaching really quite a tricky set of corners here. We need to start our braking before the arrow, just as we're browing this hill, and we're going to need to increase the braking off the back of the hill because we're going downhill, and we're going to full threshold brake until the next arrow. So we're braking, we're increasing the braking, and then as soon as we hit this arrow and we want to start turning in, we are letting off the gas really slowly. We might tap it again here, I can't remember, but we need to get really tight onto this first apex, come back onto the accelerator about 60%, straighten up and start our turn in as we go over. If we're hitting the curbs, we want to come off the gas a little bit to keep the car balanced, and then we're back on the gas and we can gently turn back round out of this corner. Very challenging to set of corners there. Now we're coming down to the hairpin, so far over to the left. We're watching the curbing, and as soon as we come to these set of tyre marks straight ahead of us, we're heavy on the brakes in a straight line. We're actually turning in at an angle as we're threshold braking, and then as we come to the corner and we're down to second, we're coming right out of the brake, we're throwing the wheel as far around as we dare, but as we start to accelerate and the wheels are spinning, we really quickly come out of that heavy steering angle, so that when we actually get good traction, we're already straight and we're already okay, safe on that front. We're throwing ourselves over to the right hand side of the track now, and we're looking for the curbing on the right. We want a couple of wheels on the curb, and then halfway along this curb we're heavy threshold braking, but we're looking to the left. We're kind of following these tyre marks round, as we threshold brake, and then as soon as the curb becomes evident, because it's quite a blind corner this, we're going to pull out of the brakes and start turning in heavily. And we want to finish bleeding out the brakes just as we're hitting the apex, so the car will spring into its turn. The car will suddenly start turning now, and then we can be back on the gas about 60-70%, and then build it up when we know we're clear on the curb and we're on our way out. We're really throwing our weight around in this car this week, and there's a couple of really taxing sections here. So it's going to take a little while. If you're not familiar with the course, it's going to take a while. But once you get the balance of the car right, and you can feel the weight in the turns, then it really starts to click into place. Lovely course. I think there's going to be some good fun racing here. It's a nice wide track. There's a few good overtaking opportunities. So I think it's going to be a really great week. Let us know how you get on in the comments. Don't forget, if you found this useful, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Check out the join options for YouTube memberships if you're interested in getting the track guides early. And I will see you next week or on live stream. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.